We chilling in the building.
What's happening, my G?
Kevin, we made it.
I know.
How does it feel?
I feel comfortable, I'm not going to lie. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Scott.
Aww.
Shout out to Jazz.
Did you say Jasmine? Because that would have been rude.
I said all three.
Okay.
You just started talking over me. So
Okay, so
I hope they heard that.
we're doing this. Okay. Dealt with you for too many years, but it's okay.
20
Here we are.
years.
20 years. If anybody didn't know, we've been friends for 20 years and we've made it here to this point to discuss those 20 years.
Yes.
That's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
We got 20 years to discuss, which is a very long time.
Yeah.
But first of all, we're going to start with Kevin.
What's happening?
Tell me, have you ever been lied to before meeting somebody for the first time?
See, like, I remember we spoke about this before, right? And you told me that you've had lies. And to me, it's...
Many, not lies. Many lies.
See, to me, I don't understand how the man them can lie. Because you got to meet someone at some point, right? No shade to Jamie. You got to meet someone at some point. So so to lie about these things, it's a bit crazy. I ain't going to lie. But, I mean,
You've been lied to.
I've been
After
lied
that,
to, right?
You're right.
But it's not your... I've never been lied to before to me. It's
Okay.
when I've
Developing
met-
lies.
Nah, so it's like we're sitting here, we're on a date, one-on-one.
Yeah.
Boom, we're at a restaurant, getting to know each other and having a nice little time. And then you probably can't tell, but I'm in some shape. I go to the gym, right?
Yes, you are.
When I tell them that, or they can see it, they feel inclined to also tell me that they also like going to the gym. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I like that. That's nice.
But you can see them.
Right. There you go. So now,
That's not really a good lie.
right. So let's say I've met them off Tinder or something like that.
Okay.
If I've swiped right on you, I don't care if you go to the gym or not.
Yeah, it's too late.
You look good to me
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm happy enough to go meet you.
Okay.
Right? You don't have to lie to me and tell me that you go to the gym. But boom, now they want to tell me to go to the gym. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. What's your splits? What do you do when you go to the gym?
Yeah, but wait. I couldn't tell you that.
See?
I go to the gym.
Yeah.
I
but
couldn't
see?
tell you that though.
Okay, so then, all right.
Different kind of gym.
This is the issue now. So then I'll ask them how serious it is. Oh, I go 4 or 5 times a day. That's when I ask a day, sorry.
A day?
week.
Damn.
So that's when I'll ask them, they're like, okay, so what's your splits? What do you do? What do you work on? What's your goals? See how you're looking at me? Yeah. Cool. We move
That's how
on.
they're looking at you.
We move on from the conversation, right?
Yeah. God, it's making me nervous. I don't even...
As let's say I'm seeing them for, I don't know, 6 months, right?
Yeah.
In these 6 months, the amount of times they tell me they're at the gym, I can probably count on one hand. But then I'll get this. What annoys me, yeah, grinds my gears. Word to Peter Griffin. They love to complain to me that they're getting fat, or they're getting out of shape, or their booty ain't growing. It's not BBLing. And
Shout out to Dre.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
We're inside.
Yeah, they like to complain to me. Oh, Kevin, I'm getting fat. And then I'll ask, okay, so when was the last time you went gym? I don't know. Okay. How many calories
Do you
take?
ever wait? Do you ever fling back to that conversation and be like, "Oh, do you remember when you told me?"
I have one time.
ooh.
I was like, but I swear you go to the gym.
How did
you
that
said
work?
Oh, it's complicated right now. You know.
The excuses.
Yeah. Work is really bad. Work is this. My friend's that. So like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. As someone who likes to go to the gym when things are hard,
No excuses.
I think that's the best time to go to the gym. No? because
Yeah.
all those stresses and bad things that you're going through, the gym kind of helps you,
Yeah.
you push it out.
It helps the mental health.
Right.
Agreed.
So, and then if I'm feeling good and looking good, the other stuff kind of gets easier to deal with. But
Yeah.
if I'm getting out of shape, it's going like this.
Yeah.
And then life is also going like this.
Everything downward spiral.
My G.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's me. I don't know about you though.
Yeah. I mean, I try my best in it. We're not gonna go into that gym thing, but we try, innit?
Right.
Look, I do have something to show for
I
it.
ain't gonna lie, you are kind of kind of clean.
See that? We're not gonna show them. That's for
We'll
another
keep
day.
that for another day.
Yeah, it's private. So do those. It's difficult because why? I don't understand why you would lie about the gym. But for me, see,
That's not
I
good.
feel like with men,
What you
I
mean?
feel like with men lying about the gym,
Yeah.
it's a bit different.
How?
Because I've spoken to many guys that do go to the gym. And then when there's other people that tell me they go to the gym, I'm like,
Right, I hear that. But okay, see, but this is why the question I asked them is, what's your goals? What's your split? What you looking to
Okay.
do? Because if I have an idea of what your goal is,
could be a different outlook.
Right. Every girl's goal is to be BBL like.
Not mine.
And don't get me wrong, it's impossible to be BBL like if you ain't going under the surgery.
Yeah.
If you do, you do. But
Yeah.
they ain't looking BBL like. I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna have to tell you this. So I was talking to this guy a long time ago, and he was, let's say he was a fighter. He was a
Okay.
fighter, right? And he told me that he went to the gym on the regs, like.
And he's a fighter. So, you know.
He's a fighter. He should live in the gym. No?
Right, yeah.
That's what I assumed. I was like, yeah. Every day he's messaging me, yeah, I'm just working out. Yeah, I'm just working out. I'm like, yeah, cool. Love that. Because I like to work out. So
Of
I'm
course.
like, oh, yeah. Never met him. It's been like maybe 3-4 weeks of talking, and every day is the gym. Every day is this, every day is that.
So, wait, has he in that time asked to meet up with you?
I wasn't available.
Okay.
I was busy.
Okay.
Not busy as in like, I was just at work. I was unavailable. I wasn't
Right.
in the country at one point, and then he was
okay.
on
Yeah,
holiday,
fair
and then
enough.
stuff like that.
Fair enough.
So then, when we did meet, Kevin, you probably haven't, but have you ever seen a tabletop batty?
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
Don't even want to laugh about it.
A tabletop like that. Like you plant
Table-
something
Tabletop batty.
on the man.
I don't want to be this person. I don't. But don't tell me you go to the gym every day and then we meet up and I could rest my coffee on your batty.
Breakfast.
See what I'm saying? Okay, so that's a lie. You can't, like, the thing is, I don't know if it was a lie. I didn't get past that point.
Brother comes in say, morning, darling. Coffee on the bag. That's crazy.
I got as far as the tabletop batty I had to dip, but I never found out if the gym was a lie or not. Because really and truly, if you're a fighter,
Right.
you're going to the gym every day.
Right.
Do you think they would have a tabletop batty? I should stop saying it. But
But I don't know, carry on next year.
so I personally feel like that was a lie.
Okay, so
Look,
I
even
hear
you're thinking about it.
yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. The
Crazy.
man them, you should not have a tabletop bag.
Crazy.
Unless you're just like some super muscular athlete. And
Even then,
somehow the gluteus maximus.
I see big American football players.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So, you're a proper.
I don't rest nothing on their batty. Their
Yeah,
batty's
but- no.
But I'm not resting on it.
If you go to the gym, hard enough, you do
Yeah.
your squats and that.
Yeah, it's gonna grow.
The gluteus maximus will grow.
Yeah, but it's gonna grow in
Right.
shape.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
A
like,
table.
so what?
ain't
What about the was it tabletop belly? Yo,
Kevin, you're embarrassing me.
the whole
I don't
kitchen
want to
island.
take it that far, okay? I don't. And I'm not going to.
Yeah, but you know what's great? But you should have given him a chance. You know why? Because you save on the.
Here we go. So, Kevin feels like he's my advice guru. Go for it.
You're saving on the kitchen island, you know? You got your
you're having your own jokes here. We're not doing this. No. Anyway, moving on, because you're going to carry on with
Sorry.
You can do that later for yourself.
All right.
My
bad.
Secondly, same guy.
Yeah.
Same guy. 2 lies in one. The biggest one.
That's
This
crazy.
is how I feel. I feel like it's the biggest one. The biggest lie that I get is height.
See, I've heard about that one. Still. Look, I'm not going to lie. I'm not the tallest man.
Wait. They don't know that. We're the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're a good 5'10".
So I don't have the luxury of lying. I got to stick to the truth.
You'd be surprised. The lies that I get are from people our height.
Proceed.
Yeah. I feel like the gap, the range is from like give or take 5'6", 5'7", up to 6 foot. That age range, not age range.
She's going crazy, bro. Them lies get into her head, y'all.
That was like side eye number 7.
The height range, yes.
The height range there,
Yeah.
lies.
So
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, go on.
The short ones have to. They have to.
Why?
I'm 5'10",
Right.
okay, and they know that.
Right.
If they immediately come out with, I'm 5'7",
Okay.
if that's the start of the convo, do you think it carries on? Do you?
Amanda. Don't swipe on the girl if you think she's taller than you.
Think it says it right there.
Oh, if she puts her height on the freaking
Bold
what are you using, Hinge?
letters. Yeah.
Oh, so
5'10".
it even gives the whole rundown.
Sadly, it's not a deal
Don't.
breaker, but
Don't.
it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it because you're setting yourself up for failure.
There are some short kings. I am gonna say that though, just not for me. Do you know what I mean? I've been there, done that. We know that, but we're gonna keep that to ourselves.
I've heard that so many times though.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I ain't gonna
And the
lie,
thing
I
is,
hate that.
I know you do. That's because you're a little short king. Sorry. But yeah, so
I was dead.
that size range. Look, I've got a whole new word. That height range from 5'6", 7"
Yeah.
to 6 foot have the ability to lie. Do you know what? Me and my best friend. That's you. But my other best friend.
One of the craziest lies I've been told before we meet.
I tried to hold that one. That was funny. When we see a guy's height,
Yeah.
we immediately take off 2 inches,
Damn.
and then that's their real height.
So I'm 5'8", 5'7".
Well, I know you.
That's crazy.
I know you.
Nah, but you're saying you.
Not seeing them though. This is just based on like a dating profile. So I haven't met them.
Okay.
If they're saying they're 6'1",
Yeah.
they're probably 5'11".
Right. Okay. But what's wrong with that? They're 5'11". I'm just
You
saying.
lied. That's what's wrong with it.
I hear that. Okay, but does it when you meet them? Yeah, let's say they are 5'11", but they said they're 6'4", 6'1". Does it bother you that much?
No, because it's not that deep.
Right,
And
okay.
you still are above me. It's when
That's what I was
they
gonna
lie
ask. Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're below me. Yes, it's happened. You want to hear the story? Look at you, smiling at me. You want to know in it? Okay. I feel like I've got too many of these, but the main one.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was Hinge, but I'm not sure. This was a while ago, so it could have been on anything. But I was talking to this guy for like, don't do that. Could have been on anything.
I didn't even know there was many apps like that.
Yeah, but it could have been also, actually, Instagram wasn't popping like that back then.
It wasn't a pseudo Tinder.
We're old if you
Strictly
didn't
pictures
know.
and that. Yeah. Well, you know when it had the like the app was like a what was it, beige and brown camera?
Yeah, it was actually a camera. The icon was a camera.
And
If
then
you remember, you remember.
YouTube was a little video.
You were
not
there.
a little TV. That's what it was, a little classic
You were
TV
there.
with the turn things. Crazy.
Now we're real old.
Yeah, but I'm not old. I'm 28, so
Anyone born in 1994, you'll know what year it is.
95.
Anyway, so talking to this guy. It was a couple of weeks. Actually, I don't even know if it was a couple of... Anyway, he was like, oh, let's meet up. I was like, cool. This is like back in the ends as well. So like, I met him at a bus stop. Right, so you're not supposed to laugh here.
How old are you? How old were you at this time? How old were you? How old were you?
This could have been... I feel like this was before uni.
Oh, okay.
So this could have been sixth form days.
That's not so bad.
This could have been sixth form days.
Because when you start talking...
Back in Brent, you know?
When you start talking like the dating profiles, I'm assuming uni kind of times. That's kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. I get it.
Maybe
you got to get it how you get it.
Maybe it wasn't a dating profile. I don't know what it was. I was talking to him on something, somehow, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're like, yeah, let's meet up. He was like, oh, meet me at this bus stop. Obviously, we were both from the same kind of area, so we knew what bus stop we was talking about. It was like a bus stop that not many people go to, but you know where it is, right?
Right.
So I go to the bus stop. I'm early. I'm just an early bird. That's just how I work. So I got there early.
She was late today.
Right. So got there early. I'm sitting at the bus stop. I'm thinking, okay, this bus stop's on a roundabout, right?
Right.
So if I look either way, I can see people coming.
Right.
There's no
right,
one in
right.
front of me. It's all
Okay.
like side to side. So I'm sitting at the bus
Okay.
stop like this, waiting, right? And I'm like, oh. Bearing in mind, this person has told me,
Yeah.
let's go back. This person has told me they're the same height as me.
Okay,
Right?
so he said he's 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah,
Okay.
same height. And I was like, okay, I mean, still young, I don't really care, do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
we're doing that. So anyway, take a nice look to my right. I see somebody. I'm like, oh, okay. Ooh. It's like a shadow. It's a bit dark, right? So it's coming closer. And I'm thinking, that shadow ain't too tall.
The shadow.
Yeah, I couldn't see him yet. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't see him yet.
Okay.
Because I had a hood on.
No, I
and-
hear it.
And in the distance, there's a shadow, right? So I was like, oh, yeah, I look too tall. And I'm sitting on the bench, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, let me not look too much. So he must have get closer. I looked again. No growth. When someone walks towards you, they get taller,
But
right?
maybe he's not a grower, he's a shower. That's crazy. Sorry. Carry on.
There's gonna be a lot of that. So he gets closer now. I look, and he's there, and I'm like, why is he in my eye line when I'm sitting on the chair?
Oh. Wait,
Yeah,
the red bus stop
yeah.
chairs.
I'm sitting on it. I've turned. He hasn't grown. He's got right here now, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to stand up because when I stand up, I've got to go home.
Oh my days.
I've got to. I've got
my
to.
days.
Now this is sad.
You don't. Now you gotta do the pity date.
No.
You gotta ride
I'm
the
not doing the pity date.
You
Do
gotta
I
ride-
look like I do the pity date?
You gotta ride the short bus together. Go to, where are you going? Cinema?
We'll get to that.
Oh.
You don't even know where I'm going, right? Anyway, so he's come now. He's short. He's not 5'10".
Right.
He's
What was
probably given 5'6", 5'7". And like,
What was he wearing? What shoes were you wearing? Some Air Forces.
I don't know. I don't
Must have
even
been
think
wearing
I
Air Forces.
had it in me to look
He had
down.
to have been wearing Air Forces.
Because what if he was wearing heels?
No, it's funny because Jamie said something earlier about that.
Whoa. What if he was wearing heels and he was 5'6"? I didn't even want to push that limit. I said, I'm going to hope he's wearing flat shoes.
Right.
That's what I'm going to do. So I didn't look. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, okay. At the very beginning, I was like, yeah, going to have to pity date it. Going to have to keep going. Pity dating is a thing, by the way. I'll be honest. It is a thing. Sometimes I continue because I have to. Not because I want to, because I feel
Crazy.
obliged to. No,
I hear
seriously,
it, though. I
you
hear
have
it.
to.
I hear
It's,
it.
it's
I
not
hear
nice
it.
sometimes.
I get it.
Then I had to turn not nice. I was pity dating for so long, and then I was like, I can't.
Well, how long is so long?
Maybe like an hour or two.
You know what? On the first meet, an hour or two ain't too bad, actually.
I've given you an hour or two
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
time.
it's not too bad.
That's good.
That's not too bad.
So anyway, we've walked. I got up, and I was like,
It's crazy. That is so wild. She looked down, people. She said,
yeah, well, how else was I meant to look at him? He's not there. So I had to look down. So I looked down, was walking.
Yeah.
And I was like walking over this side, friendship. Woo. Was walking. Then was walking somewhere. And then he was like, oh yeah, my cousin's gonna come get us.
Yeah, man, them. Look. Sorry, hold on.
People.
Why don't, on the first date, talk about, my boy is going to come pick us up. Do you know how scary that must be for a woman? That is wild. I don't know you, and now you're bringing another male into the picture. Nah,
Wild.
guys, don't do that. Don't do that.
Wild.
Order an Uber, order something. Like,
So
go catch that short bus again.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
don't get someone else to come pick her up. That's crazy. That's scary, man.
So yeah, some other stuff happened, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is not really for me. So I
Did
just
you tell him? She said, Well,
I just kind of said,
he's shorter than you.
Yeah.
So how is he gonna read the signals if he can't even see you properly? You gotta tell him.
I can do it looking down,
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm not even tall myself, and I'm here disrespecting you. My bad, brother.
Oh yeah,
My bad, brother. My bad.
No. So then I just had to be like, look, I'm gonna go home.
Yes,
I'm gonna go home.
I respect that.
So I did.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't happy about it, but I continued. Just keep swimming, and I just kept walking,
What was he doing?
waiting for me, and I just kept walking.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he was standing there calling my name.
Calling your name.
And then when I got too far out of shouting range, he started calling my phone.
Brother.
I said, hello, I'm on the bus.
You answered it.
Yeah. You know where I am, you can see me.
Why did you answer? I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
like, I'm getting on the bus now.
Brother, why are you screaming out her name in the middle of where was this?
We
Central London?
don't want to do locations.
It's probably
no,
like-
we were in the ends. We were in.
Oh,
We
so
were
you
in
probably
Brent.
here.
We were
Okay.
in Brent.
In the middle of Brent. Screaming out, Saskia!
Right, not quite like that. Okay. That's dramatic.
Like, what's that? If I remember the movie, I'll bring it up.
You're
But
gonna.
Oh my God.
What? You see her?
No. But I see myself in the role I was born to play. Stella! Stella!
Bring it up in like 10 minutes and just shout the movie. I just know it. But yeah, so I had to just let it go.
did
But
he
then,
did he come up to your house with a jukebox?
no, thank God. He didn't know where I
Can you
lived.
feel the
No,
love?
no. Because I'd be like,
Close curtains.
but yeah, so then there was a part of me that was like, oh, on the way home. So the journey home was maybe like 20 minutes. And I think I answered about 5 calls.
From him?
Yeah, on the way home to be like, are you actually going home?
Wait, you said hello? I'm on a bus. All right, I'll talk
Beep,
to you later.
beep,
Boom,
beep,
boom.
beep. Hello.
Hello.
I'm still on the bus. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I'm going to bed. Can we do next time? No. We're done. We're done. So then I think it kind of got borderline crazy.
What do you mean?
As in, like, that was 5 phone calls on one bus. You watched me go over there.
Yeah, I hear that.
Why are you calling me 5 times?
Indeed.
You could have just waited till tomorrow,
This is true.
refresh.
I mean, I personally, I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have contacted you
But
ever
don't
again.
you think it would have been better to leave it, refresh, next day, be like, hey, sorry about last night, blah, 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 blah.
No?
Yeah.
I mean, I have shame.
I have shame.
From time, I'm already screaming, Saskia! In the
What's
middle of
it
a
like?
freaking, wherever we are,
Yeah.
where there's like people looking at me,
Yeah.
and you ain't turned around.
Yeah.
Why am I going to now text you and call you?
Yeah.
But, all right, yeah, carry on, sorry.
But yeah, no, that's my story.
So all of that started because he lied. Do you know how mad that is?
It wouldn't have gone like that if you didn't lie about your height. We would never have got there.
So you've had quite a few of those then, huh?
I'm 5'10". Of course I have.
Gotta date some hoopers, you know?
No. Some people come up to me, big man thing, some people come up to me like, and I'm like, yes. And they were like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? I'm like,
Hey.
no.
If you can do that in person,
Yes, it's confidence.
that
Well
is
done.
gangster.
But
I'm
then-
not gonna lie.
But then for me to turn around and say, oh yeah, I have a boyfriend. I don't. Turn around and be like, oh yeah, I have a boyfriend. And they're like, oh, I think you need a new one.
Oh, ooh. I'm gonna have to write that down.
Nah, it happens too often. It happens way too often. The thing is, yeah, I don't mind. Do I mind? I just hate liars. So when you've initially lied about something already,
Right.
I can't
look
trust
at them
anything.
different,
Yeah,
right?
I
Yeah,
can't
I
trust
hear that.
anything you've said.
I hear that.
So if you lie about 2 inches, it's too late. You failed.
Lying about 2 inches is,
Oh, wow.
I don't know, man. Either way, height or other stuff, you setting yourself up for failure, brother.
This is the
I'm
life.
just
This is
saying.
the life I live.
I'm just saying, that's a lot of inches to lie
Yes.
about.
Oh,
So
yes.
I don't know. Look, I mean, personally, like I said, I got shame. I ain't gonna lie to you and say, yeah, I'm 6 foot. I've had, on my dating profiles, I used to, because I play basketball, by the way. So I put pictures of me, you know, playing basketball, you know, stuff like that. And I've had girls on Tinder, because Tinder, you put your height profile, right?
Yeah.
Your height thing. They've asked me, oh, so you play basketball? Yeah.
Oh, so you must be
So
tall.
you must be tall. Yeah, one time I remember I said,
Did you lie?
I said, hell, I said, I was truthful. I didn't
Oh, you
lie.
was truthful?
I said, I wish. I'm only like 5'11" on my best day.
In your shoes.
Yeah, on my best day. I'm walking around 5'9",
my
5'10".
shoes. Yeah.
Did she respond?
So you.
There was no response after that. But I'm okay with it because I didn't lie. I kept 100. I told her.
Do you know what though? A lot of girls just don't like to hear 5 foot.
I nearly said the B word. Most of them are 5'2".
Yeah, but that's
I'm
girls.
sure this girl, based on her pictures,
Was
was
short.
5'4" at most.
Yeah,
I've
shorter
got
than you.
at least 5 to 6 inches on you in height.
Yeah,
My broski. You put a pair of heels on,
you're
I'm
fine.
still taller than you.
Yeah.
So who are you? And on top of that, you know what? I'm gonna flame this girl.
Oh,
she
God.
she probably don't remember. This is years ago
You
now.
don't remember me?
She was 5'4" and skinny. You didn't meet my requirements. How about that?
Whoa.
How about that? Nah, fam.
You're upset.
Nah, I'm
it's
not.
okay. It's okay.
I'm cool,
Breathe
bro.
in.
Shut up.
Okay.
I'm cool, man.
Just look at the
I'm
arm.
cool.
Are you cool?
This is how I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? See the black heart?
I've known you
know
for
what
20
I'm saying?
years. Are you cool?
I'm chilling, bro.
All right then.
But,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's why the tabletop bag is what's crazy.
No, we forgot about that. Why did you bring that back?
No, because
We
I've
forgot-
never had a
We forgot
tabletop
about
bag.
that.
I never even had a tabletop bag in a woman.
Okay, so let's
the fact
let's
that you
rewind.
said that on a man
okay?
is
So we had the gym lie.
yeah.
We had tabletop lie. Doesn't even count as one topic, but it was part of the gym lie.
It's part of the gym life.
Height.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I was talking to my brethren about this recently.
Okay.
He said because I don't get a lot of lies like that. To
Yeah.
be honest. He
Yeah,
said
because
the-
men lie more.
So he said so he said that the most is it's funny, but I get it. He said the most thing he gets is they always say they're not crazy.
Ooh.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm cool. I tend to avoid crazy. I've had a
Do
few
you?
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, how many ones have you had
reasonably.
with ex-partners that I've had? Probably one.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've never even met her technically.
No.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
First. Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, I've never had a problem with the crazy, but I'm not going to share the man them story like that.
Yeah.
Maybe one day they'll let me.
Maybe
Share it with
maybe
the
one
world.
day they'll come here and say it
Maybe
themselves.
they sit here with us and reveal their crazy stories. But yeah, like some of the stuff that they had is, I'm like, rare. But I thought she said she wasn't crazy. Yeah, but
What is that definition of crazy though? For that
that's a good
for
freaking
that
point.
Yeah.
That's
Because
a
I feel
good
like
point.
the spectrum of crazy
Yeah.
is different to men and women, first of all.
Right.
So I feel like your version of crazy and my version, can I say my version of crazy? I grew up around a lot of boys.
I hear that.
Okay, so a normal, not even normal, an everyday, average is rude. Don't have the word, but you know what I mean.
I don't. I'm actually lost.
Okay, so a girl on an everyday basis,
Right.
and then a man on an everyday basis, versions
Okay.
of crazy
Right.
can be
right.
very different. So what
yeah.
are you saying? Well, what was that story about that was
that's a
crazy
good
enough?
point. I think it's more like for them. It's the like. You know what? I can relate on this part. They hate your friends, your female friends, and they
Yeah.
haven't even had a chance to fully meet your female friends.
Agreed, yeah.
And bear in mind, I don't have a lot of female friends. Like, yeah, it's very few. And
There's a few of us.
like they always get to, like I always tell them about them.
Yeah.
And then obviously once the relationship builds,
Yeah,
I want
yeah,
you all
yeah.
to meet.
Yeah.
But it's like you hate them before you even get a chance. So I guess for me and for them, that's kind of the crazy. I'm sure there's more that I can't exactly divulge and get into at the moment.
See, I don't feel like that's crazy.
Yeah, but it depends on how they approach
It's a
it.
crazy. Yeah, I guess the approach is different.
yeah.
I feel like it's a crazy thought because you have to give something a chance before you even make the opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
But my version of crazy is like slashing your tires.
I mean, have they had that?
It's like, I already had
I don't
that
think
one.
they've had that. I feel like that's more of an American thing, though. Okay, I'm sure that doesn't that level
yeah.
that level
Okay.
of destruction doesn't happen
Yeah.
in the UK. From what I've seen and heard,
From what you see, okay.
I feel like every time I see it on Twitter
So
or
British
something,
crazy is different.
I feel so.
Okay. Okay.
I feel so.
Yeah.
Like they in America, the Twitter videos. I can only go off Twitter. I've never lived in America. I've only been there
we've
once
only
with
been
you
here.
in a school trip like 10 years. 10
Years
years ago.
Oh, Kevin made me pack his suitcase because he couldn't fit all his Jordans in it.
Hey man, I'm not wearing Jordans today. I'm
No,
wearing
you didn't.
The
you
comedy
didn't bring them.
garçon. You know what I'm saying?
didn't
French
bring
for
them.
y'all.
Wow.
Is it French? I think it's French and Japanese. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I can only go for what I see on Twitter. And like they have a lot of situations where cars are getting smashed up, yards are getting smashed up. Like
I'd say it's more frequent.
yeah, there was one video where the girl was slapping the person's mother.
You see?
I know you lot have seen this video. She
Yeah.
got, this your mother? Is this your mother? I said, damn,
That's
that's crazy.
disrespectful. Yeah, I don't feel like that happens that much
Yeah,
here.
this is
But
more
that's
like
us going off our own experience.
yeah, exactly.
It could happen.
I think like I've heard of people getting exposed on like social media, and that's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Why don't bring the stuff that happens in house out of house?
But then, okay. What if? I feel like the problem is girls get called crazy, right? But what causes them to be
I knew
crazy?
you were gonna say that.
You knew I was
I
going
knew
to
you
say
were
that.
gonna say that.
Because
What do we do to make them go crazy? What do we do
because
to make them go
girls
crazy?
are not crazy.
All right.
Girls are not initially
so
crazy.
Wait. So my counteraction to that, yeah.
Yeah.
If the girl's out there doing something, right, that isn't appropriate for a relationship, and
Right.
then, I don't condone being aggressive, but some men them get aggressive.
Yeah.
And is he crazy too?
Wait, what? I don't get it.
So like, how do I explain it? So sometimes a woman might do something that's not appropriate for the relationship, let's say, or the guy
Right.
doesn't feel it's appropriate. I don't know, whatever the boundaries are. Whatever
We're out in the streets.
yeah, let's say that, right?
Okay.
They're out there clubbing like crazy, blah, blah, blah. Let's say they've set boundaries and she's overstepping the boundaries.
Okay.
Now he gets a bit, what you doing, bro? Why you out, blah, blah, blah. Is he crazy? Or did the woman make him crazy?
I don't think that's crazy though. That's just questioning what you're doing. That's not crazy.
I hear that.
That's
Yeah, I
not
don't know.
crazy.
I don't know. Crazy will be different for everyone.
Yeah.
I like-
And that's why I think
yeah.
it's wild because, like, when I think of crazy, I think of things I wouldn't do. But things that I wouldn't do, I would call them crazy because I ain't crazy. I ain't got time. I ain't got
But
time.
everyone says they're not crazy.
Kevin, saying?
And then they find out they're crazy.
Am I crazy?
Nah, you cool.
See?
You cool.
I ain't crazy.
You cool, you
but
cool.
like, yeah, I feel like a lot of people that I have known that have been called crazy, I'm like, I don't think you're crazy. I think you're just reactive.
Okay. But then, you know, so this could be another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But you got to depend, obviously, as you get
One
older.
day we'll have the crazy talk.
Yeah, as you get
And we'll
older, you
really
got to
get
learn
the
to.
answer of crazy.
But I'm saying, as you get older, you got to learn to react.
Also,
A
men
bit
love
better.
the word crazy.
I'm hearing people talk about yeah in the background.
You're hoping they're not agreeing.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm getting ganged up on it.
Yeah,
But,
they do like the word crazy. I feel like sometimes they don't have an answer, so they just call the girl crazy. Not. I'm not saying you do, but like
Yeah,
in
I hear
general,
that. I hear that.
men will go to crazy because they don't know what else to say, or they know they're wrong. They're like, "Oh, she's crazy."
I've definitely had some stories of that. I'm not
Agreed.
gonna lie. My guy's telling me the thing, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie to you,
Alright.
bro. You moving kind of, you tripping.
but like, there's a lot of men that won't take accountability for what they've done
Yeah.
for a crazy reaction that
I
caused
hear
that crazy
No,
reaction.
I can agree
so
with that.
then the girl's just crazy
But then the woman also has to take accountability
for her reaction,
Yeah,
which wouldn't have happened if the man
not just the reaction.
Different day,
I'm talking
different
about
conversation.
on the vice versa thing.
Yeah,
If she's done something that overstepped the boundary,
yeah.
you know, and the guy.
But that's the thing.
who's a
I
bit
think
mad.
even if it happened the other way round, less women are likely to call it crazy.
Right,
Do you see what I mean? Just the wording.
right.
They wouldn't call it crazy. They would call it something, but it wouldn't be crazy.
All right, fair enough.
Crazy is the male word they use for women. When something doesn't go their way, oh yeah, it's because she's crazy. Easy way out. Instead of just explaining yourself.
Nah, I hear that. Nah, I think, well, it was good hearing your perspective on that.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it?
Mandem, please,
alright.
have shame. Don't
Ladies,
lie.
I got you. We'll do this another day.
Yeah.
Because that's a, we can even title it crazy. Slap bang, boom.
But I think that's all we got time
I
for.
feel
right?
like that's the answers we had for today.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
mean,
that's cool.
I hate being lied to, if anyone wanted to know. I'm sure Kevin does too.
I think everyone does.
I'm a Scorpio, if you can't see. We hate lies. That's about all I know. But we hate lies. I'll repeat that one more time. We hate lies.
I'm a Gemini.
You don't even know what it means.
I don't know what it means. But
But it's okay.
but
we
it's
tried,
something.
we're here.
I hate something. And
And-
she's saying I hate something. But nah. That was a cool little conversation.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
And we'll be back one day with another conversation.
Anyways, let us know. Drop a comment.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
DM us. Let us hear your craziest lies that you've been told or that you've told.
Ooh. Damn.
I can imagine there must be some wild ones.
Or if you want to tell a lie that somebody else you know has told to somebody else.
Hit us up. frameofmind.pod. Instagram, TikTok. Yeah.
Love us and leave us.